Testing microphone. Testing microphone. Testing microphone. This is good, good, good. Testing microphone. This is good, good. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to Division 1. We are racing in Monza today, full wet, which is gonna be chaos. We have 16 drivers, 15 of them on PlayStation, one Elkang. I'm guessing it's PC, but it could be also Xbox. What can we expect today? I think a lot of crashes. I think today is one of those races where it's basically last man standing. So if you're not confident in your setup, if you don't have a wet setup, I will suggest to just keep it in the track, don't get into any compromise situations, bring it home, and most likely you will have some points. We start people trying to get ready for their lap, great. is going to be the first one to try to set a lap. So let's see his lap in Monza, full wet. And he begins. So in Monza we have 11 corners, not many. But, you know, on regular days, this is... Oh, that was very nice. From Grape, he took corners 1 and 2. Pretty good. The chicane after the long straight. I was saying that on a regular day, non-rainy day, okay, we have a first yellow flag. This is speed. Like, this track is the second one when it comes to speed, just behind I think it's Saudi Arabia, the other one. But today, full wet, we are expecting just drivers to keep it calm. They will try to go as fast as they can, but still respecting the rain. I think here we have track limits. No, Grape is able to keep it in track, and he will be the first one setting a lap. Let's see what's the number that will go on the board. There was a little bit of a spin there, aquaplaning, and he sets the lap on 1:31.6. Then we have Sales in 1:31.3, Spidey 1:32. So the first laps are coming. Monster 1:33. Let's see, Chewy is on an out lap. So let's say Fabrizio was playing in Division 2 on Monday, and I think he spun and ended up at the bottom, or ended up DNFing. Back of Donuts with a 1:30, pretty good, pretty solid. Very interesting. I don't see John today. John might not be racing today, and this is a huge opportunity. Oh, no, there's John. Never mind. We have John today. We'll talk about this later during the race, but it sounds that John doesn't have a match in this race, in this league, really. Interesting that he enjoys driving, at this level. Let's see who else. I think Chu is setting a lap, so let's stay with him for now. Chewy goes fastest on the first sector. That is good for him. Then let's say how this lap continues. Pretty good exits on corners 6 and 7. This usually would be a DRS zone, but as we know, when it's raining, there is no DRS enabled. Chewy getting ready to get into Curva Grande, and let's see how he finishes his first lap. The difference between Bach and John is a tenth of a second, so we cannot still call John pole position just yet. Chu is able to get in 5th for now. We are still missing Top Box, who's in the pits. David, who either is starting or finishing a lap. He just finished a lap. Crescent in the pits, and Top Box also on the pits. Okay, so who is with us today? John, our division leader for now. Then back of donuts, Sales, Grape, Chuy Gallegos, Ernest, SRB, El Kang, Sack, Spidey Mao, Fireballer, Monster, Fabrizio, David, Topox, and Crescent. Then we see that Fireballer is able to set a good lap in 8th. Meanwhile, Bag of Donuts trying to set a new lap. We're gonna be with him for a while we talk about our Division 1. Let's see what's going on in the standings. So John in first place, doing pretty good with 99 points. 19 points behind, which is a good gap to have. Is Bag of Donuts. Then we have Sack, which is 50 points behind John. So right now, I think we need more people to get on top, to get a lot of points and challenge John. Otherwise, he's going to be able to just create a massive gap and, make it impossible for anybody to get him. Okay, so Bag of Donuts starting a lap. While we have his lap, I'm gonna check something on the stream. Yeah, just making sure that everything is good over there. So, Bag of Donuts, let's see how he finishes the first sector. One-tenth below his previous attempt. That can be good. Chuy just set a fast lap of 130.5. That is pretty good. So, there's a problem for Bag of Donuts. He spun and will not be able to do anything better than third. Fourth, because now Sales just jump ahead of him. So the track can be getting better, which means that 130.7 might not be enough for Bag of Donuts. So he's out of quali. Meanwhile, we see that John is going to start his lap. So let's see what John can do. Maybe he can take pole once again. I don't see Max stars. Max racing today? It seems that Max is not racing today. A bit of complications for John controlling the car, but it seems that everything is good. Let's see where he is able to finish the first sector. I think he just backed out. I could be wrong, but it seems that he backed out. Yeah, he had a problem on the chicane, on the second and third corner, first and second, sorry, and yeah, he decided to get ready for another lap or another go. Meanwhile, Sales, he is just cruising in the track. It will be interesting to see the last laps. I think, we have 6 minutes left. It will be pretty interesting to look at what's the fastest at the end of the session. So let's see if John decides to start a new lap, or he will go to the pits and try to get new tires, which I don't think is necessary when they are wets. But let's see. No, it seems that he starts a lap. So let's stay with him in the main straight. Full throttle, 120, sorry, 325, 330 almost. Yeah, he goes to 330 maximum speed. Then takes a very, again, another complication to control the car. On the chicane, and let's see how he's able to finish the first sector 1 second ahead of his previous attempt. So most likely he will, he's stopping, and he will maybe go back to the pits and try one last time. Meanwhile, Chewy, it's enjoying his fastest lap, being pole position. Sales also in the pits, maybe waiting for one last go. SRB, is he on a lap? We will see at the end. It seems that he is because of ERS deploy. 123, 124, 126. Okay, let's see how he finishes his lap. He goes into the pits. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Grape having some problems maybe. Spidey Mountain pits. Zack in pits. Monster in pits. Sergio and Fire are trying to start a lap. And it seems that Fire starts a lap just right now. Let's see how he does. The chicane looks good to me. Let's see how fast he's able to go back into the throttle and how he's gonna finish the first sector. Improving 0.3 of a second. Meanwhile, Crescent decide to go into the intermediates. That's gonna be interesting. Let's see Fire how he continues his lap. It seems that everything is good so far. That's where Bag of Donuts had his crash and had to retire from the session. Sector 2, how is he gonna finish Sector 2? Improved by 0.4 of a second. So this might look good to be top 10 maybe. Almost track limits, but he kept it in place. Let's see how he finishes his lap. Sector 3. A bit of complications with the car there. That might send him to, 0.8 of a second faster than a previous attempt. Goes 8. I don't know if he will have time for another lap. Meanwhile, Chewy starting a new lap, trying to improve on that 130.5. Let's see how he does that. I'm not so sure. Maybe this is another warm-up lap. Yeah, it seems that way. Let's see how he finishes the first sector. But it doesn't look fast. And yeah, he's not using ERS. So most likely he is just warming tires once again. John trying to get ready on that last opportunity to get pole position. Elkang, is he on a lap? But no, he's not. And if he is, he's 2 seconds. Fire going for a back-to-back laps. And I saw a bit of improvement just by 1/10 of a second on the sector 2. We saw he struggled on the third sector last time. So maybe if he's able to ace that, he will have a much better improvement in this lap. Let's see how he does that. And 1/10 of a second faster. And at least that consolidates him in 8th place. Chewy gonna start the lap. John, let's stay with John because John is a bit far ahead from Chewy. John, who has a struggle in this chicane right now, is good, looks good, good exit. Okay, everything looks good. Let's see how he finishes the first sector and see if there's any improvement from his previous attempt. So not by much, only 900ths of a second. So not that impressive, to be honest. But you know, he just needs to get 1/10 faster than Chewy, and will get pole position. 10 minutes left. Everybody trying to set a lap. And John, let's see how he finishes sector 2. And 2/10 of a second faster. So sector 2 was very good for John compared to a previous attempt. Now let's see how he finishes the lap. But most likely this lap is a pole position lap, which means that Chewy must be doing right now a hell of a job if he wants that pole position. And Chewy is going to finish, yeah, fastest. And let's see, Chewy, I was unable to see sector 2, but let's say sector 3. And no, not good enough, didn't improve. Sales also not improving, so most likely it will stay in third place for Sales. There it is, no major changes. SRB also not improving from a previous attempt. Let's see Grape. No, Grape's definitely not improving. And Crescent, let's stay with him and see if he's able to get out of 16. I think it's his only attempt for a lap. And well, now we know that he is 14 and that he got a lap on the board. That was weird. But yeah, it seems that everybody is so everybody finished their lap. John got the fastest lap, 1/10 of a second from Chewy, 1/10 of a second from SRB. At some point, SRB got third place. Sales 3/10, and Bach of Donuts 3/10 as well in fifth. Okay, so let's get ready for the race. Position change enabled. So the pit stop strategy wets all the race, no change to intermediates. John will start in pole position, behind him Chewy, SRB, Sales, Bach of Donuts, and Fabrizio, the first 3 rows. It will be very interesting to see, what happens in the race. And yeah, definitely we might see more than a couple of safety cars. If I had to bet, I will say that less than 10 drivers finish the race. But we will see. Hopefully, quali was fun. So let's hope for a race in the same quality. Last card on the grid. Let's see, John had a very good park. Same for Chewy. It seems that everybody had a good park. So let's get ready. So 5 lights and the race has begun. Good start from John. Very, very good start from John. Very bad start for Chewy, who now is being challenged and might lose a couple of places. Then we have 2 Haas making a sandwich of a Ferrari. We have a small contact there. And everything looks fine so far. Sales, it's a bit ahead of... And we have the first yellow flag. I mean, we were expecting that, but we are back to racing. What happened? Well, basically, John had an amazing start, and now is 1.1 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, which is Sales, who gained 2 places, SRB, 2 Gallegos, who lost 2 places, Bag of Donuts lost a lot of places in that Haas sandwich, and he is running in 8. Then we have Fabrizio Elkan having a small fight with somebody else. Then David and Crescent. We have a Williams having some problems there, but it seems that it's all good. It was Crescent, the one with the problem. John, again, doing pretty good. 1 second ahead of Sales. Then we have Chuy Gallegos chasing SRB. The same way we have Ernest trying to go after Zach. Let's see what something happens here, because I think he's going to make the move. Zach is trying to make the move, and that was a bit crazy from Zach, I think. But it seems that he will keep the place. Bach of Donuts had to go into the pits, most likely to change some wings and get a new set of wets. Then Sales is gonna challenge John. Sales pretty good first 2 laps, because the initial gap was almost 2 seconds, and now he's down to 3/10. So let's see if he's gonna try to make a move at some point in this lap. That being said, Sales just set the fastest first sector, and let's see, Bag of Donuts corner cutting, 5-second penalty. That is very bad for Bag of Donuts. Not sure what happened. Actually, I know what happened. Basically, after rejoining from the pits, there was a bit too much speed into the first corner. Sales chasing, just chasing John. Then we have a problem with SRB, which will allow Chewy to get third place. SRB got out of the track and gave the amazing opportunity for Chewy to get him. Chewy now in third place. We have a yellow flag. There's Sales. Sales having a problem, and he will have to go into the pits because his car does not have a nose. Amazing news for John. John, what happened, John? Oh, John. What was that? So we have, which it seems to be a safety car, maybe a virtual safety car. We will see in a bit. But I saw like a spun on John. I'm not so sure what, but I think the safety car saved him. We are back in racing, so I'm pretty sure that was not even a virtual safety car. And well, John got pretty lucky there. Then SRB and Chewy that are fighting in that small chicane. And SRB and Fabrizio also fighting. And the winner is Fabrizio. Fabrizio now running in third place. But it seems that SRB wants also to regain the position. Well, that's an amazing start for Fabrizio. Now 3 places gained and running in podium places. SRB chasing Fabrizio. Is he going to be able to make a move in the main straight? We will see. There it is. We're going to stay with him in this main straight because he's extremely getting close. He will have the move done by the end of the straight. Fabrizio has to concede the place. I don't think he will try to attack. No, he just stays behind. And not the best exit from SRB, but keeps the third place for now. So John now has a 2-second lead after what seemed to be a spin during yellow flags. So he got extremely lucky in that moment of the race. Fabrizio chasing SRB, and it seems that the first train from SRB all the way to Ernest is there, and we see a crash. We see the first crash, and it seems that Fabrizio is no longer Elkang is now out of the race, and we have the first safety car. It seems that it was contact with Fabrizio, if I'm mistaken, but yeah, unfortunate. I think in this race we were expecting this, and this might be the first DNF of the race, but definitely will not be the last. Let's see. I think everybody will stay on wets. Nobody will go into the pits. And right now, it seems that the biggest winner is Grape, gaining 6 places, same as Zach. But after the pits, we will see. And yeah, Fabrizio goes to the pits, which I assume was the one struggling with Elkang. He needs to change nose. And rejoin the race. So now John is gonna lead. Chewy, SRB, Grape, Ernest, Zach, Fire, Bowler, both Red Bulls running in 6 and 7. David, Crescent, Sales, who lost 6 places, Bach of Donuts, who also lost 6 places, and he has 5-second penalties. I'm not so sure, but I will go into the pits and pay that penalty. Now, considering that the tires will be wet all the way, but he might be just imagining that there will be another safety car at some point for him to go into the pits and pay the penalty. Then Fabrizio, who was the one involved in the incident with Elken, we will see if that gets reported to the stewards. Spidey Mao having a quiet race so far. I think Spidey Mao is playing the don't rush it, try to stay on track, don't get engaged in any complications with other drivers, and you will get some points. Monster and Topox finishing the order. It's time to see, I think, tires. We no longer care about position change. So, yeah. I'm not so sure if you can do a full race in one set of wets, but definitely 20 laps is doable. And if some of those 20 laps remaining, 21 now, are in safety car, you will be more than okay. Remember that here we don't have DRS, so that advantage doesn't exist, doesn't apply today. However, we all know that in this year, ERS is extremely powerful. Hopefully we don't have any problems in the restart. It will be good to know if we have safety car in this lap or not. Meanwhile, let's grab a sip of water. Safety car in this lap. Hope we have an amazing restart. And let's see where John decides to go all the way full throttle. In third, full ERS. And there he goes, John, with an amazing restart. Chuy following behind. SRB chasing and Grape. Chuy Gallegos, but let's stay with the leaders. Chuy losing some places, I think. Not, but extremely close to SRB, but they keep it clean. They keep their lines, both of them. Chuy goes into the grass a little bit, but not enough. And SRB is able to gain the position. Now, Grape also trying to get the position from Chuy. Is he gonna be able to? Extremely close, because we need to stay with them here, and a better exit in that corner. He will have more opportunities in the following straight, I think. Although what we saw in qualifying, it seems that Chuy has an amazing start. We have Spidey Mao, I think, is having some problems. It's not Spidey Mao. Who is there? So Crescent just lost the car, and yeah, he DNF. We didn't get a safety car for that. So John, SRB, Chuy having some complications from Grape. Let's see if he's able to attack him on the main straight. And there it is. Is he trying to gain as much as possible? That might not be enough for this lap. Yeah, he has to stay behind. Somebody's making a move. A Ferrari is making a move. Is that Sales? Sales was trying to make a move and he ended up in the gravel. And he lost positions. Bag of Donuts in 7th, Zach in 3rd, Fabrizio chasing Sales by a lot, and he gains the position. Sales, I think there was a bit of contact, we heard that. Then a small yellow flag, but now we have resumed the race. Oh, what a very hard exit from Fabrizio, and Sales is gonna have the opportunity to attack. Is Fabrizio gonna defend? That's the interesting thing. It seems that he is, but let's see. Sales, is he gonna brake good enough? And I think Fabrizio decided to cut the corner just because Sales was extremely close to him and tried to avoid a contact. Right now Sales gets past Fabrizio. Meanwhile, Zach and Bag of Donuts are also chasing each other. Let's see in this main straight, what can Zach do? However, it looks like SRB is more close to Chewy than we expected. Spidey Mao had a problem and now he is running at very far from the rest of the pack. Ernest chasing Grape. Grape seems to be a ghost. If so, yeah, that's gonna be a very easy pass from Ernest, who is now in 4th place. Bag of Donuts also takes Grape, and I'm guessing Zach will also take Grape, although he had a bit of control issues there with the car. But most likely in this straight he will pass Grape, which, yeah, is a ghost from now on. Fire and Monster having a bit of a battle here. Top Box, Monster and Fire having a bit of a battle. Let's see. Oof, that was not a very good exit from Fire. I think he had to avoid contact with Monster. And let's see if anyone is able to get each other. Meanwhile, Fabrizio and Grape, they are... Oh, remember that Grape is not longer playing with us. So Fire chasing Monster. Let's see, using ERS, is he gonna have the straight long enough to make a move? Also, Monster is chasing Top Box at the same time. Most likely nothing will happen in this moment. Let's go with Monster just to make sure that we don't lose anything. Oh, that was very bad from Top Box, who just lost from positions for both Monster and Fire. Okay, what is happening? Chewy chasing John. And John, as we expected, leading almost every lap, if not every lap so far. Bag of Donuts behind Ernest. We have a yellow flag somewhere. I think that might be David. But we need to stay here with Bag of Donuts because maybe he will be able to make a move in the main straight. A good exit hit here, a good exit in Curva Grande, and he will have a very good opportunity to get Ernest. Also Chewy, extremely close to John, but for now we will stay here. Let's look at the exit on both Ernest and Bag of Donuts. And the chase begins now. Not enough. I don't think he is close enough to make a move, and also ERS is almost gone. So let's stay with Chewy and John chasing each other. Well, actually Chewy chasing John. I think here we need a mistake from John. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard for Chewie to make a move versus John. Safety car somewhere. David just lost the car. And we will see. Yeah, we have another safety car. Spidey going extremely slow. So we might not see the damage on David. But another DNF, another safety car. And now I think we will see some people going into the pits. Because I think 17 laps is a good number. So we were unable to see what happened with David. And I think now Bag of Donuts will go into the pits. Let's see who goes into the pits. So John goes to the pits. Chewie goes to the... Oh my god, what's that? What was that? A bit of contact there between Chewie and John. SRV also into the pits. Sayles stays out. Let's see if this is a good thing for him. Fabrizio also stays out. And Zach also decides to stay out for now. Everybody else into the pits. John and Chewie had a bit of a problem there. And somehow now Ernest is ahead of Chewie. Did Chewie? Maybe Chewie had to change nose because of that incident with John. We were unable to see that. And Bag of Donuts using a used set of wets, because remember he had to pit at the beginning of the race. So this is going to be interesting because now there are 3 drivers. Sayles, who is pretty fast. Fabrizio, we have seen he likes to defend. And Zach, who will also make it hard for John to regain the first place. Then Ernest, then Chewie, SRV, and Bag of Donuts, who has paid the 5-second penalty. Topox will have a 3-second penalty that will be discounted or added to his time at the end of the race. I think Sayles here has a very good opportunity to at least get a big window from Fabrizio, Zach, therefore from John. So I like this. I like that Sayles decided to stay ahead and not go into the pits. That will make the remaining laps interesting. Also, we will see how calm he is on the restart. Definitely he will have better tires, but when it's wet, that advantage comes with an asterisk, because if you lose the car, well, advantage of tire age means nothing. Will we have safety car in this lap? We don't know. Oh, Grape just had a DNF. Although Grape was, yeah, we see that the car is there. We don't know if he was a ghost still, but he just DNF. We have another lap under safety car. Not not a lot of things to say right now. We are just waiting for the race to have a restart. It will be good to know if Grape was a ghost or he actually was driving and had a problem with his car. So we have lost El Kang, Crescent, David, and Grape. We have 12 drivers remaining, and we are halfway there. We are in the 14th lap out of 27, so almost 50%, a little bit above 15%, but not by much, just half a lap, which, you know, will tell us that we will have some more things to look at in this race. Safety car in this lap. Sales will control the pace. He's trying to warm the tires. You have to be very careful here and not lose the car while warming your tires. We're gonna see when does Sales decides to make the restart. A rule that is not enforced here is that once you go, you cannot stop. Here we know that everybody stops until the final moment. And there it is. The restart happens just now. Oh, what happened there? Fabrizio and Sales had a problem. Fabrizio and Sales had a contact. Fabrizio goes into the pits. And Sales, did he lost something? Well, positions, definitely, for sure. I don't know if his wing is good. He makes a move on top box. And, well, suddenly we were supposed to have a very interesting few laps between three drivers trying to block John. And now we have only one, Zach. 14 laps on his wet tires. Suddenly, this is very good for John. Unfortunate, really unfortunate that we saw that incident between Fabrizio and Sales. And most likely a ticket will be created there. While we didn't see the whole picture, on a restart, those things cannot happen. Therefore, the stewards will have to look into it and require POV from both drivers. Meanwhile, John chasing Zach. I think John now has a very good opportunity. I'm hoping that Ernest is able to also challenge somebody. We have a yellow flag somewhere. A lot of problems with Sales and SRB. SRB having some problems. We need to stay here because Ernest is going to try to make a move on John. And is he going to be able to make it stick? And it seems so. However, John stays very good. And I think he will try to defend. There's contact between John and Chewy. And John now lost 2 places in one I was gonna say one corner, but the reality is one chicane, not corner, because in those two corners he lost 2 places. And well, I like this because now this makes the race a bit more interesting. Now Ernest running in second with fresh set of tires. He's gonna attack Zach. Now Chewy and John still, everybody's pretty close to each other. And following behind Bag of Donuts in fifth. Let's stay with Ernest because Ernest might wanna make a move on Zach right now. That, you know, behind him is Chewy and then John. If you're gonna make a move, is right now, and he decides to do that. Amazing view we have there of the cars, and ERS open. Zach goes into the outside, which is good because he has better traction in the exit of the corner. But now the straight is gonna be all about. That was extremely easy. Oh my god, they go 3 ways. So Chewy also wants to take the lead. Then Ernest gets the racing line, the default racing line, and he makes the move. Then Chewy and Zach. Then Bag of Donuts is also in the mix. Bag of Donuts with some contact with John, and we have Monster going out of the track, but we need to stay with the leaders because Zach, Chewy are fighting. Zach is fighting Bag of Donuts and John, and at some point the track will not allow for all of them to be at the same place, and finally has settled. John, Bag of Donuts in third. John is gonna make a move. Bag decides to defend. Pretty aggressive from Bag of Donuts, but that was very, very fair play. Then Zach behind them. I think John and Bag of Donuts are gonna have a very interesting battle in the next few corners. Basically, it's John chasing Bag of Donuts. We need to stay with him and see if he wants to make a move right after Curva Grande. Meanwhile, Top Box gets another penalty, 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Bag of Donuts doesn't have a lot of ERS on his side, so most likely he will not have all his tools to defend from John. It all starts with 0.6 of a second. Let's see if he can get close to Bag of Donuts. Also Chewy getting close to Ernest, but we need to stay here, and it seems that we are good. The exits are okay for Bag of Donuts and for John, and we'll leave for another moment. Right now both Red Bulls fighting. Fire extremely close to Zach. Is he gonna make a move? He makes the move, and now Fire is running in 5th place. I think in this case Zach didn't put a lot of defense on his teammate and decides to let him go by. You know, different strategy. Zach is in a very old set of tires. I think Zach will try to finish on this set of tires if they are not too bad for him. I would love to see that on the broadcast, but we cannot have access to tire degradation. So Ernest and Chewy, John chasing Bag of Donuts. It seems that he's gonna try to make the move once again, and now he is very close. Very good exit, very good traction. We have Fabrizio, I think, with a problem, but it seems that it's not ruining this straight. And John, is he gonna make a move or not? He's not using ERS, so he decides just to follow Bag of Donuts. Meanwhile, Silas and Monster have some issues here. A small battle between Silas and Monster kind of almost loses the car, but was able to recover it. SRB chasing Spidey Mao. I think eventually he will get him. Spidey Mao, as we said, with a quiet race, and most likely he will not want to get in too much trouble. John, I'm gonna wonder how many laps are we gonna see John trying to chase back of Donuts. We have a retirement. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. John didn't brake on the perfect place, and he just pushed back of Donuts just a little bit. No damage on his car, but definitely that most likely affected back of Donuts. We have another yellow flag that might be top box. Fabrizio, I think he decided to retire on the pits, so all good there. Now John using ERS to get as close as possible and trying to get a good exit. Oh my god, that was very good for both drivers. What an amazing battle we have seen here. Back of Donuts using all his ERS to defend. I think he knows that eventually John will have an amazing opportunity, that maybe that is happening now. So he leaves enough space, and now in this case he pushed John, and John gives the position back, so most likely the game forced him to, because it was Back of Donuts who pushed John on that corner, but according to the game the overtake happened while John was out of the track. We have another yellow flag. Somewhere it seems that Monster is having some problems, and Sales is chasing him using ERS, so he might want to make the move right now. We need to stay pretty close with John. Also, John is chasing back while Chewy is chasing Ernest. So here we go again. Main straight. Back of Donuts trying to break the toe. Now, where is he gonna go? Okay, so he defends on the outside, but it seems that this time not enough. Now, oh, pretty close, but now he, when I say he, I mean John, makes the move finally and overtakes Back of Donuts. Amazing battle, amazing defense from Back of Donuts. I think now John has 6 laps to get Ernest and is almost 2 seconds behind. There was some problem there. What happened there? So now we have a 4 battle between Chewy, Ernest, and John, and oh my god, what happened there? Back of Donuts just DNF. Back of Donuts just DNF in this incident, and we have another safety car. Very, very unfortunate what happened there. There's the car. Did he crash in the same place where he crashed during quali? That would be interesting. I don't know if there was contact or he lost the car in that battle between Ernest, Chewy, and John. So safety car once again, most likely the last safety car of the race. And well, this was very good for John because he was 2 seconds behind Ernest and Chewy, although suddenly we saw all of them packed together. So I'm not so sure what happened there. So everybody on the same tire age. Sales, he goes into the pits. Spidey Mao also goes into the pits. Zach will have an opportunity to overtake both of them. And yeah, we will see what happens here. Unfortunate for Back of Donuts, while he was fighting for that podium to finish the race in the barrier. So Top Box now have a 5-second penalty. I think it's time to look at the penalties. Although it looks like, well, Topox has 11 seconds penalty, so most likely he knows that he will be the last driver of the race. The last position will be his. But you know, 10th place, that means at least 1 point. So only Zack and Sayles, same as Spidey Mao and Topox, they have fresh tires. Although I don't think they will challenge the rest of the group. The good thing here is that Fireballer is in 4th place. I was interviewing him prior the race, and he was not very confident about today. He was like extremely worried about the conditions, and he was just like, I'm gonna try to keep it cool and bring it home. And it seems that, you know, at least he will be able to get some good points if everything stays the same. So now John is gonna try to get Chewy and Ernest in the last 4 laps. We have a problem somewhere. Monster and SRB had a small incident, and it seems that it has been sorted. Monster has a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, which could be kind of the collateral of that small problem with SRB. They are back at it. I think they are overtaking each other on their safety car. Hopefully that is not more penalties on their way. I'm gonna guess that we are gonna resume the race after this lap, which means we will have 4 laps of racing. I like this. I hope we finish with 10 drivers, and it will be good to see what John is gonna be able to pull off. So it seems that we will have another lap on their safety car. So it will be only 3 laps of racing at the end. It will be very good who has their tires on the perfect place, especially between Ernest, Chewy and John. I'm gonna guess that Fire is gonna stay a little bit behind, and we'll try to not get involved in all the chaos up front. Monster goes into the pits. He pays his 5-second penalty there, which is good because he will have enough time to rejoin, I think, rejoin the track, and we'll have new tires, most likely a new front wing, and he might be able to, you know, get few places. So there he is, trying to go as fast as possible to rejoin the group. Because if the race restarts and he's not there, well, that will be very, very bad for him. And usually because, oh, we have a DNF, so basically we can see that Sayles had a problem. We also have safety car in this lap, so let's just look at his car and go all the way to Ernest. So it seems that Sayles might have crashed in the same place as Bag of Donuts? No, he was a bit far ahead. So 9 drivers. My assumption was correct. And we're gonna finish the race with less than 10 drivers. But now it's time for the last 3 laps of racing. Ernest is gonna set the pace, and the restart is gonna be on his command. It seems that he's going, but we never know in this league. Sometimes people decides to back out, but no, he has decided to go full throttle, 9/10 of a second ahead. John extremely close to Chewy. I think he's gonna make the move in this moment. Sales has left the session. So John, is he gonna make the move? Yeah, he is gonna try to. Goes into the corner. Chewy gives a lot of space. Chewy doesn't risk that. And meanwhile, Fire has lost the position versus SRB. Fire having some trouble to control his car. And it seems that we have another yellow flag. That will be Monster having some problems. But we need to stay up front because John is chasing Ernest. Fireballer also having problems, goes down to 7th. SRB has a 3-second penalty. It's time to look at the penalties for sure. There it is. Okay, so John chasing Ernest. Monster getting another 3-second penalty. And let's see if John is able to make a move on the last 2 laps. Meanwhile, Fire, Spidey Mao, and Zack are also fighting. I think Fire will be able to get Spidey Mao at some point. We have a yellow flag somewhere, but it seems that it's all good. So maybe somebody just struggled a little bit. Ernest being chased by John, trying to defend as much as possible. There goes John. And I think in this case he's gonna just follow him and get closer for the next time. Meanwhile, Zack and SRB, Zack didn't brake enough. He kind of dive bombed SRB. There was a bit of contact. I'm pretty sure SRB was not happy with that move from Zack. Although it was a dive bomb, and we don't condone dive bombs in this league. Everybody does them. So it seems that it's all good now. And SRB, with that 3-second penalty, he will suffer. Then let's go to John, because John is chasing Ernest, and he might be able to do something in the last lap. Meanwhile, Chuy Gallegos consolidating himself in 3rd place after not putting a lot of defense versus John. So now, what's gonna happen? They go in the straight into Curva Grande, and is Ernest, yeah, both have ERS, so both are gonna use it. Ernest to defend, John to attack. If there's gonna be a time to make the move, it's right now, because it's the last time they will be going into the chicane. And there he goes, John, 2 seconds, 2/10 of a second, and he knows that he's a bit far, so he's gonna try to make the move somewhere else. I don't know if there's another opportunity for both of them to do it. Ernest in the last lap, trying to get the win. He is gonna be extremely close with John. Now John decide to back out. I think that was the smart thing to do. Yeah, we need to see what John is gonna try to do. Meanwhile, SRB extremely close to Zack, but we need to stay with these two, because this is the last opportunity to make a move under Ernest, and he's not close enough. Both have a good exit there. And John using all his ERS to try to make something stick. Is this the moment? It seems so. He goes into the outside. He gives enough space. I think there was a small contact. And yeah, there was contact. There was contact because he pushed Ernest. And unfortunate, extremely unfortunate. So John gets the win. I'm not so sure if he would like the win that way. It was the last opportunity he had. I'm not so sure if he gave enough space when going into the corner of Curva Grande, or he just went into Ernest. So we have the winner is John. Again, I don't know if the stewards will look into it and request POV on both drivers. I think they should, honestly, because I'm not so sure if John closed the door when the car was there. Like, he didn't have the advantage to take the racing line that was Ernest going into the corner, because he decided to take the outside, and the moment they went into the corner, he just went to the inside. So I'm not so sure about that. But for now, John wins. Second place, Chewy. Ernest was able to, hold to third after that contact. Then Zach got the fourth place. Spidey Mao, amazing race. I told you, he was quiet. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to take any risks. I'm just going to drive it home. And fifth place, same for Fireballer. Sixth place, same I think same strategy, like not take any risks or no major risks, and bring it home and get some points. SRB with some penalties, then Top Books, then Monster, and then a lot of people who DNF. Congratulations to the podium. It will be interesting to see if the stewards look into that last incident. But however, the three at the top were very, very good. And well, thank you for joining us. GG and good night.